Hey everyone! Welcome to my very first video. My name is Jamie. I have been a hairstylist for 10 years and I have opened up my own home-based salon, Sheariously, almost 3 years ago. I did this because for myself, I wanted the best of both worlds. I wanted to be home and raise my son and to continue with my passion behind the chair. So Sheariously was created and it has been tremendous. Now, I understand a home salon isn't for everyone, but that's okay. What's so great about being in this industry is there's so many angles we can take to keep our passion alive. So I have created this channel of home salon etiquette to help those who are considering on opening up their own home-based salon and still continue on being professional at it as well. So today I have decided to talk about 9 important key factors on still being professional in a home-based salon. And these standards are still standards in an outside salon too. We just got to bring them in and roll with it, and let's just jump right into it. So number 1 is when I opened up Sheariously, I wanted to make sure that I was not going to be labeled as a kitchen salon. So by doing so, I do not do hair in my kitchen. I have created a nice small space in my basement that is equipped with a plumbed-in sink and a styling chair, a mirror, and most importantly is a professional brand of product. Guests love that little bit of privacy when you are doing their service, so this is a very important professional aspect, and I have ranked this number 1. So number 2 is when you open up a home-based business is to get a business license from the city. It just means that you are legit and that you're highly qualified, and guests enjoy that. They have that little bit of a safer feeling if they have never been to a home-based salon as well. So that is a number 2 professional tip of opening up a home-based salon. Number 3 is when you create your space, and to continue with your space is making sure that it is clean, that it is on par, that your product is organized, your retail shelf is dusted, your floor is clean. Guests love it. When you take care of your stuff, your guests know that you're going to take care of them. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So make sure that your space is always spick and span. So that is tip number 3. Tip number 4 is invest in your craft. Like, continue with education, like education. When you are done school, it does not stop there. Like, continue on learning the trends, because the trends change season to season, and new techniques are being modified or being created. So make sure you're up on that, because when you're inspired with the education that you have taken, your guests are inspired. So it is so important in this industry is to always ongoing with your education. So that is tip number 4. Tip number 5 is to look the part, to continue with the style that you have. Like, pajama style and active wear style is a big no-no, and it's so unacceptable in this industry. We are in the beauty industry, so make sure your hair is did, your makeup's on, and dress the style that is you. Because that's what your guests enjoy. They get inspired of what you look like. Because nobody likes getting their hair done by someone who is wearing sweatpants and a hoodie and no makeup done. They're not inspired at all. So just a professional thing, because that goes outside an outside salon as well. So continue on being stylish in your own trend and your own style all the time when you are working with your guests. So that's tip number 5. Tip number 6, I did mention this before, is to use a professional brand of product. Don't you be going to Walmart and getting a box color and charging your clients for a service that they can get a hand on. I wanted to make sure that I found a product brand that my guests could not get a hand on the color. It is so important, very professional, and also I picked the brand. I work with Matrix that is advanced with the technologies as well. Like, they are always revamping and trying to find the newest, coolest trends and technology in this industry. So it's so important to use a professional brand of product when you use on your clients. So that's tip number 6. Tip number 7 is when I work from home, I actually greet my guests at the door. I don't allow them to knock or ring the doorbell. I find it very personable and very inviting when I'm waiting for them. If it's just a couple minutes before their appointment starts, I just want to ensure that, you know, that I'm very excited that they're coming, that I'm like on point. Like I love it, and I know my guests love it, so I find it is very professional. So that is tip number 7. Tip number 8 is use the media to your advantage, and make sure when you use it as professional. So for Sheariously, I use a Facebook page and an Instagram page. So I make sure that I am posting the work that I've created. Guests love it. They find it's very flattering that you are featuring them on your page. And it's a good resource to help rebuild your guests, to get newbies in. Like, people will look at your work, use it as a lookbook. And also too is when you have your personal Facebook page, is to make sure that is somewhat professional as well, because everyone does it, is they creep on other people's Facebook pages. So your guests will creep onto your Facebook page to see what you're doing. So if you have a lot of inappropriate actions or pictures, like, they could be turned off by that. So make sure that, you know, you have that very limited and still keeping that professional. So yeah, use media to your advantage. Like, it's done tremendous in our industry. So use that one and still keep using that as professional. So that's tip number 8. So tip number 9 is I do appointment reminders for my guests every day. Like, you can do your appointment reminders weekly. I choose to do it day by day. It just works best for me, but I find it very professional, and that I take pride into my guests, that I'm like, oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Guests love it, and you know what? You know, your guest is how you pay your bills. So when you are on the same page when you're with your guests, I find it so important to do appointment reminders. So that's number 9, and that's the last tip of my professionalism. There's a lot more tips out there actually that, you know, I found was great tips, but I'm just going to put those in different videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed my very first video. Yay! And I hope you guys stay tuned to more up and coming pros and cons and tips and tricks of a home-based salon. So catch you guys on the flip side.